It can be said that a picture or a video is worth 1,000 words. If that's the case, let's get to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about collecting and, more importantly, investing in classic US coins. And make no mistake, all the coins that you're going to see today in this particular video are from my personal investment grade collection that's valued at 6 figures plus, and they are all US issues. In other words, you're not going to see any world coins, you're not going to see any ancient coins in this particular video. Now, because we're talking about rare coins, because we're talking about investing in rare coins, we always have to start these videos with a disclaimer and or a caveat. Please understand, this is not a hype-driven YouTube channel. It would be irresponsible for me to shoot this video without telling you this. First, know that the rare coin marketplace is an extremely sophisticated and mature market in the overall antiques and collectibles trade. When we talk about antiques, when we talk about collectibles, there's basically three main markets that govern the antiques and collectibles trade. They are speculative, established, and mature and sophisticated. When we talk about rare coins, you need to understand that this is not a market that is ripe for novice collectors and or investors. All of the coins that I'm going to be showing you today have a price range value that starts anywhere from $1,500 and goes all the way up to $8,000. Now, I am not showing you guys any of my rare proof gold coins. I'm also not showing you any of the coins that I have in my collection that sell for tens of thousands of dollars per coin. I am trying to keep this as basic as possible with some surprises along the way. With that being said, if you are somebody who is not financially established and you are looking for a collectibles market to get into, either because you have a passion for it or simply because you want to try to invest in these markets, rare coins should not be the first market on your list. This particular market is literally pretty much governed by people in the know, meaning there's a lot of high-profile dealers, there's a lot of wealthy individuals that play in this market. They peruse a lot of the auction sites, they peruse a lot of the dealer sites, and they know how to play this particular game. If you are, however, interested in learning more about this market before we go any further, I recommend that you start off by reading this book. This is called The Coin Collector's Survival Manual. It is written by Scott A. Travers, and this book in particular is the revised 7th edition. There's also an 8th edition out there of this particular book. Take the time to read it and understand it. One thing about investing and collecting in rare coins, this is not like investing in pop culture collectibles. So if you are watching this video, you are somebody that collects Pokemon cards, vintage toys, Magic the Gathering, maybe you dabble in vintage video games, comic books. You need to understand that this market is much more sophisticated. And no, I am not insulting your proverbial collecting market by telling you that. It would be irresponsible for me to do a video on YouTube without this disclaimer. There are too many people getting involved in the collectibles marketplace in the year 2022 with prices at all-time highs, thinking that they are quote-unquote sophisticated investors. There's a lot of Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters operating in these markets that think they are outsmarting a lot of the big guys, and all of what's going to happen is they are going to lose at some point a substantial amount of money, or they're going to make a very little amount of money that in their mind is going to be a lot because they don't understand the time value of money, number one, or they don't understand opportunity costs. Where I'm going with this is, if you're attempting to invest in any of these markets, let alone rare coins, you must understand the fundamentals, which is what I teach on this particular channel. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into the rare coins. Now, in this collection of 10 coins that I'm going to be showing you today, 7 of them are silver coins, 3 of them are going to be gold coins. Now, these particular coins are all US coins. They are not world coins. They are not ancient coins. So I do apologize if you're watching this overseas. If you were somebody that was hoping I was going to show either coins from France, coins from Hong Kong, maybe ancient coins, this is not the video for you. This is all going to be US classic and antique coins. All the coins I'm showing you today are all graded by PCGS, and they are all CAC stickered. I am a serious investor in these markets. Pretty much I gravitate towards CAC stickered coins. If you don't know what CAC is, it stands for Certified Acceptance Corporation. If you want to know more about that, you can either read this book or you can simply Google CAC and you can see the ingenious of CAC and pretty much how it acted as a catalyst and pretty much disrupted the overall coin collecting marketplace over the last 10 years or so. It's a very fascinating story. To make a long story short, all is what CAC is. It's pretty much a third-party grading company of grading companies. Pretty much CAC will look at a coin that's either graded by PCGS or NGC, and they will say, does that coin meet the necessary requirements for the grade that grading company assigned it? And if it does, they will assign a green CAC sticker to that particular coin. Back in the 1980s, when coin grading became a thing, gradeflation was also a thing, where there were coins getting into third-party holders that the grading company would say, this is an MS65, and it wouldn't be an MS65. So what happened was, back in the mid-2000s, I think 2006, 2008, John Albanese came along with this idea, who said, you know what? If you send me your coins that are already graded, I will see if we can sticker them. And a lot of people at first thought it was a crazy idea, but it caught on because he has an eye for grading coins. And the more coins that got into the market with the green CAC sticker, there's also a gold CAC sticker out there, which really, really brings a premium to those coins that have it. These particular coins now sell for a premium of anywhere from 10 all the way up to 40% premium on the open market. So without further ado, we're going to start talking about these particular coins. The first coin we're going to be talking about is an 1878 $3 gold piece that is graded by PCGS in MS64 Plus, also CAC stickered. Now this particular piece is a scarce coin overall. The thing that you got to understand is about rare coins, certain issues or certain denominations of coins are more popular than others. $3 gold pieces, while scarce, they're not as popular as Morgan silver dollars. So as a result, if you would look up how many of these are out there on the market, I'm not going to tell you. You guys can research this. This is an 1878 $3 gold piece in MS64 Plus condition. You're going to see that compared to how many are out there, when I tell you the value of this, it's not going to really add up. This particular coin right now is worth anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000. Now, I know some of you probably fell off your chair now that I just told you that, because in your mind, that's a lot of money. I'm here to tell you, in the rare coin marketplace, $7,000 to $8,000 is a drop in the bucket. I really hate to tell you. This is a very mature, sophisticated market. There are coins that sell for tens of millions of dollars. I just want to put that out there. This is probably the most expensive market, collecting market, you can operate in from an investment standpoint outside of high-end art. Outside of high-end art, this is pretty much the most sophisticated market in the overall antiques and collectibles trade. Now, why am I telling you this? Because obviously, I had no problem paying $7,000 to $8,000 for this particular coin. And I think I paid, for the record, $7,200 for this coin on Heritage. And this was, believe it or not, a recent purchase. The reason why I bought this coin is because this is a sleeper series. If more collectors come into this market and they go, you know what, $3 gold pieces seem to be undervalued, the market for this particular piece is going to rise dramatically. And as an investor, I like those particular chances. That's why I bought this particular item. Also, if you are trying to build like a gold type set, meaning a type set of gold coins in the US, you have to have at least one $3 gold piece. I chose this because the 1878 is more affordable than some of the other dates in the series, and it's also still extremely scarce. So a collector would love to have this particular coin in their collection, especially at the coveted grade of MS64 Plus. Now, if this was an MS65, this would be a $15,000 coin. One thing that I do want to do eventually is you can send an already graded coin back to the grading company, and they will actually review it to see if it should have been graded the next grade up. Well, I would love to take the chance and just say, hey, you know, I'm looking at this MS64 Plus. It looks like it could almost be an MS65. I would like to send this at some point back to PCGS and just have them look at it in the holder and see if there is a potential upgrade for this particular coin. So that is pretty much why I bought this. It is a sleeper, scarce coin, and it was well worth the $7,200 I paid, in my opinion. Now, I do want to point this out as we go along. There may be some coins here. Maybe you're a sophisticated coin investor. You're watching this video and you're going, you know, Sean, I disagree with your assessment on that. Understand, we've all made mistakes. We've all made money in this market if you've been operating in these markets for decades like I have. We can agree to disagree on some of this stuff. But when I look at this particular coin for $7,200, I consider this a bargain. Maybe you may disagree, but I consider this, again, to be a great bargain. Next coin. Let's talk about everyone's favorite gold coin series. Whenever we talk about gold coins, the St. Gaudens $20 gold pieces are always one of the most popular coins to be talked about. So today, I'm going to be showing you a 1908 motto variant. Let me repeat that, motto and variant, because it is important. $20 gold piece, graded by PCGS in MS64 Plus condition. Now, I already know what some of you are going to ask. Sean, what does motto variant mean? Well, if you look at the back of this coin, and let me just hold it up to camera, if you can see there, I don't know if the camera's going to focus on that, it's going to say, "In God We Trust." "In God We Trust" refers to the motto that is pretty much on almost all of our coins and currency if you live in the United States. Well, believe it or not, when they minted the 1908 $20 gold piece, at first, they left off the motto, "In God We Trust," for almost the entire run of this particular coin. Towards the end, roughly, I think it's 170,000 coins got out that they stamped the "In God We Trust" motto on this particular coin. This piece, as a result, is valued at almost double the price of a standard 1908 $20 gold piece in the same grade that does not have the motto. So if you are looking to invest in a 1908 gold piece and you want to go after a more exclusive or a more scarce date version, you're going to want to look for a 1908 gold coin that has the motto, because they are much more scarce. I already know what you're going to ask. Sean, how much is this particular coin worth? Well, again, it's graded by PCGS in MS64 Plus. It's CAC stickered, and arguably, this is one of the most beautiful coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. This particular coin at present time is valued at anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000. Now, I know some of you may have fell off your chair thinking that is very high in today's market, because there was a time, believe it or not, when you could get a motto coin like this for like $5,000, even $4,500 in some instances. But if you follow auction trends, you're going to see right now a conditioned coin in this same grade that has the motto is worth close to $6,000 to $7,000. And there are sales records of some of these selling on dealer sites for close to $8,000 in today's market. St. Gaudens gold pieces, especially in MS64, MS64 Plus, and MS65 condition and higher, are in high demand just for the fact that they are a good way to diversify wealth if you know what you're doing and you are going after some of the semi-key dates, some of the better dates in the series. Now, if you're going after the common coins, the common dates in the series, they can be good investments. Just make sure you're not paying too much of a premium to acquire them, simply because the value of them is pretty much, it pretty much gyrates between the value of gold with a small premium attached for the fact that the coin is graded and certified. So you got to be careful if you're studying this market, because there's a lot of collectors that are involved in this market simply because they're investing in it because it's certified gold. So if you're going after the common issues, just be aware of that. If you're an investor, you're going to want to go after the scarce dates of this particular coin series. You're not going to want to go after the common dates. Keep that in mind, guys. Next, let's talk about the 1908 $5 Indian head PCGS MS64 Plus coin. This is a beautiful coin. I actually bought this from a well-known coin dealer. I would pronounce his name, but I always screw it up. Harry Labstein. I think I pronounced his name wrong again. He sold me this particular coin, and I love it. As a matter of fact, this is a more recent purchase. For those unaware, the 1908 $5 Indian head coin, this was the first year of this particular series. There were roughly 577,000 coins released into circulation. This particular coin in this grade is worth roughly $5,000 to $6,000. Full disclosure, I did pay $5,400 for this coin. That includes shipping. That included all fees. So I didn't pay tax. I didn't pay any shipping. They shipped it to me. $5,400 was the agreed upon rate, and I now own this bad boy. Now, if you want to own just a $5 Indian head gold coin, and you don't care what the date of that coin is, maybe you'll settle for an MS63 or an MS64. You can go after some of the common dates in this particular series for under $1,000. The reason why I went after this one is, again, I'm an investor. This is a first-year series. This always has high demand, and in this particular grade, it is well worth the $5,400 that I paid for it, in my opinion. Now, if this were to be an MS65, guys, this would be a $15,000 coin. That's why I went after this particular issue in MS64 Plus. If this was only an MS64, believe it or not, I would not have bought it, even if it was $1,000 less. I bought this because it's an MS64 Plus, and the price being offered, in my opinion, was a steal. You can disagree, but that's just how my mind operates, and I'm glad to have this in my personal collection. Now that we went through those particular three issues, I do want to spend some time, because 4 of these coins that I'm going to show you next are all part of the Morgan Dollar series. Now, for the uninitiated, the thing you got to understand about Morgan Silver Dollars is this is by far one of the most popular dollar coins, most popular U.S. coin series to collect. There are more collectors going after Morgan Dollars, Peace Dollars, than there are going after $3 gold coins, or even, I'm going to show this next, Liberty Seated Quarters, or even Barber Quarters and the like. The Morgan Silver Dollars are probably by far one of the most popular U.S. issues of silver coins. Now, why do I state that? Because if you get involved in this market, this is a good entry point for some of the collectors out there that are watching this particular video right now, shaking their head going, Sean, I'm never going to have $2,000, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 to spend on any of these coins. You can start collecting investment grade Carson City semi-scarce date Morgan Silver Dollar coins for literally under $2,000 per coin. So this is something that should excite some of you. So I'm going to show some of these issues because in this particular box, I happen to have 4 Morgan Silver Dollars, and I wasn't aware that 4 of these coins were going to be Morgan Silver Dollars. But I do want to point this out. This is an 1880 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar. Now, if you're wondering, Sean, what's so special about Carson City? Well, you guys ever study the Old West in history class back in elementary school, maybe in junior high school? The Carson City Mint is well rooted in Old West history and mythology. So there's a lot of people that love to own coins from the Carson City Mint in Nevada as a result. So anything that came from the Carson City Mint pretty much sells for a premium, whether it's really scarce or whether it's not so scarce. So you got to understand that. Now, most of your Carson City issues of the Morgan Silver Dollars, most are not rare. Some are scarce, but they're not rare in general. There's a few dates that are rare. There's one that's really ultra rare. But overall, a lot of these are out there on the secondary market. The reason why they cost so much is because, quite simply, a lot of people gravitate towards this series. So we're going to start with the 1880 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar, and this is in MS65 plus condition. This particular coin at present time can be seen selling for anywhere from $1,800 all the way up to $2,500. And you're welcome to disagree with that assessment in the comment section below, because I know people are going to reach out and they're going to go, Sean, that's too low of an assessment. Some people are going to tell me, Sean, that's too high of an assessment. Well, I can tell you, if you search comparables on Stacks and Bowers, Great Collections, or Heritage Auctions, you're going to see a lot of coins in that price range for this particular piece. The 1880 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar is not really an overtly scarce date, but it is a better date than some of the others, like the one we're going to talk about next, which is the 1881 Carson City. Now, this particular coin, to be fair, is in MS 66 plus condition. So this is almost an MS 67, guys. You got to remember, coins are graded from 1 to 70 on the Sheldon scale, 70 being the highest you can go. So when I hold up an MS 66 plus, that's a very high graded coin, especially when we're talking about a coin that was minted in the 1800s, late 1800s, no less. Well, this particular coin had a minting of 296,000 pieces. Now, in the grand scheme of things, 296,000 pieces is not a lot for a major coin series, especially one that's collected this much by enthusiasts, collectors, and investors. The thing you got to know, though, this particular coin was not really put into circulation. So to all 296,000 of those particular coins, they sat in bank vaults all the way up to the mid-1900s when the Treasury Department certainly decided to release these coins in mass circulation. And as a result, that's why a lot of these are available in high grade. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Sean, if that coin is available in high grade, how much is it worth? Well, right now, on the secondary market, if you were to buy a coin like this in this condition, you'd probably pay anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000. Now, a couple of years back, you could have got these all day long for $1,200. I bought this one, if I want to think, I think I bought this one for close to $1,200. And today I could sell it. If I wanted to flip this on the secondary market, I could probably easily get $1,700 for this coin. No questions asked. So these coins have appreciated, but it's not as rare as a lot of people think, simply because the entire mintage was pretty much almost kept in bank vaults for many, many decades after its original minting. Now, this brings us to the 1884 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar in MS 66 plus condition. This particular coin is pretty much fairly common in the whole series. As a matter of fact, the 1884 Carson City ranks right up there with, I don't have it in this box, the 1882 Carson City. 1882s and 1884 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollars are extremely common. This particular coin, you can probably get, you'll probably pay anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 right now. If you went to the market and tried to buy this, you might be able to get it for a steal in MS 66 plus condition if you found it, simply because most collectors are going after the more hard to find dates, which brings us to the 1885 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar in MS 66 plus condition. Now, this is one of the more harder coins to find of the Carson City Mint. It's not the hardest. Again, there's a lot of rare coins that came out of that mint as well. This particular coin, though, is probably worth $3,600 to $3,800 on the market at present time. So compared to this particular coin, this 1884, this coin's probably valued at 2.5 times that amount. And you will notice both of these coins are in MS 66 plus condition. It's just the 1885 Carson City is just a little bit more scarce. It has a lot of desirability as a result. There's a lot of collectors, when they see this come up for bid, this one was bought through Great Collections, you guys can see. When they see this come up for bid, they will go after this more so than an 1881 or an 1884 or even an 1882. The 1885 just has a little bit more demand to it because there's less out there on the overall market in higher grade. Now, that concludes the Morgan Silver Dollars. We still need to talk about one of the most popular issues out there in the market today, the Walking Liberty half dollar. Now, in my personal assessment, now that we're 25 minutes into the video, the only people that are watching this are hardcore enthusiasts at this point. These are the two most popular coins, U.S. coins, you can invest in at present time. Your St. Gaudens $20 gold pieces and your Walking Liberty $half. Now, this is what you need to know about this coin. Believe it or not, guys, this is a 1920S Liberty Walking $half, graded by PCGS in MS64 plus condition. This is a very scarce date. It is not the scarcest date, but it is a very scarce date. I paid $4,500 for this coin at auction. I've already been offered within the last few months, because this coin was shown on my channel in other videos, close to $75,000 to $8,000 for this particular coin at present time. Walking Liberty halves, especially scarce dates, are on fire right now on the secondary market. There's a lot of people that are actively investing in these particular coins. There's a lot of people trying to put together a complete type set of these particular coins, especially focused on the scarce and key date issues. If you have any of these coins right now sitting in your collection, and they are the scarce dates, they're not the 1940s, they're not the common stuff that's out there. The scarce dates, your collection has increased in value significantly. Please be careful if you are going to sell these particular coins, because a lot of dealers are after these scarce dates right now because they have client want lists. Like me, I'm dealing with certain clients. I actually gave them my want list. I gave them certain key date Walking Liberty halves in MS63, MS64, MS65 condition that I am looking for. So make no mistake, if you were wise and you invested in coins like this over the last 10 years, if you were to sell in the market today, you'd be making a ton of money right now. Now, there's no guarantee that trend's going to continue, but when we look at other coin series, again, the two most popular in the year 2022, from where I'm sitting, from how I analyze the market, are the Walking Liberty half and also the $20 St. Gaudens gold piece. Just remember that. Now, there's two more coins we got to talk about before I conclude this video. The first one is a 1912 S Barber Quarter. Now, you need to understand, Barber Quarters are not, again, as popular as Standing Liberty Quarters or even $1 Morgan silver dollars. However, they do have an active collecting base, and this is the type of coin that I assure you, very few of you ever come in contact with. Barber Quarters and Barber halves, even Barber dimes to a certain extent, these are all fairly scarce 20th century coins. Most people do not even remember owning or handling a lot of these coins because they were not really that popular when they were first released. As a result, a coin like this, especially a 1912S in MS65 plus condition, this is a semi-scarce date. This coin right now, I have been offered $35,000 to $4,000 for this coin alone. I only paid $2,500 for it. So for whatever reason, there seems to be an interest in some of these early 20th century coins that are either semi-scarce or truly scarce in grade and or date. So you got to understand that when you're analyzing the market, because this is where you can really make your money, because a lot of these particular series like this are sleepers. And people don't realize that when one of these comes up for bid, a lot of people will pay a premium to get it. I was lucky. I bought this well before the pandemic. I bought this, I think, back in 2018, 2017. And I remember, I think I got it through Heritage. And I think I paid $2,500 total. And I couldn't believe that I won it. And literally, lo and behold, within the last year or so, people found out that I own this. And people are offering me like $3,500 for this particular coin at present time. Now, of course, I'm not going to sell. But that's a significant premium to pay for a coin like this, given what it was going for back in 2018. So again, this is more of a sleeper series. In my opinion, Barber coinage right now is selling at a significant discount. Take that for what you will. Last coin we're going to talk about is a silver proof coin. This is a seated Liberty Quarter. This is an 1881 It's a PCGS PR, which stands for proof, 66 plus quarter. This particular coin is worth roughly $3,000 to $4,000 on the open market right now. Honestly, if I put this up for bid at auction, I would expect to get maybe $3,500 for this coin today. In my opinion, your proof quarters, especially your seated Liberty quarters, are a very, very undervalued series. That doesn't mean I'm telling you to invest in them. It doesn't mean they're going to go higher anytime soon. It just means there's not a lot of people going after these coins right now. I really think there's a lot of potential in coins like this if you're going to build a collection and you're going to hold it for the next 10, 20 years. So, what does all this mean? Well, I just showed you 10 of my favorite coins here out of my collection that's worth 6 figures or more. And I just want you to know that if you are thinking of getting into this fascinating market, fascinating hobby, there's a lot to learn before you buy your first coin, but there's also a lot of opportunity. That said, there's also a lot of risk. So how I'm going to end this video is, before you buy your first coin, buy the book, read the book, understand the market, and if you need any advice, I'm here to help. If you don't want to go through me, there's tons of coin dealers, high-end coin dealers, that will probably give you advice free of charge, provided you are a serious collector or a serious investor. I encourage you to seek them out. Again, guys, there's a lot of hype-driven YouTube channels out there. Please do not take your advice in anything that has to do with financial-related monetary matters from YouTube. Please do your own research. Use this video as a starting point, or if you want to learn about this market, you can research anything I talked about today. You can come into the comment section. You can even email me. Whether or not you use my consulting services, that's up to you. But if you just have a quick question, I encourage you to email me. I will most likely take the time to answer that quick question. As long as it's a quick hit, several paragraphs, I can give you a quick answer back and we can be done. I don't mind doing that free of charge, guys. Thank you and have an excellent night.